Hello and welcome back to another episode of Paint the Town Red and Yellow. My name is Red and Yellow FM and this is a playthrough with Partick Thistle Football Club in the Scottish Premiership. Today our live com will be against Celtic Football Club and is really the first test in the battle for Glasgow. Now, I've made quite a few changes since we've last seen, and I guess best place to start off with is the pre-season. Very mixed, I have to say. We started away at Queen of the South. They were all away, but we started at Queen of the South and it was a disappointing 1-0 defeat. Queen of the South had 2 shots on target. Gavin Riley's goal, someone hit the post and Gavin Riley slotted the loose ball away, while Scott Fox, it was a trialist, Daniel Orlund, who you might have heard of. He used to be the Rosenborg keeper. He was only a trialist, but he was on the ground and Gavin Riley just put the ball in the back of the net. We had 19 shots, 9 on target, which is a pretty poor shot on target ratio there, and we had most of the ball as well. Quite a few poor performances from some of the players out there. The second match was a brilliant result against Stockport County. Stevie Lawless got the first goal in the first 4 minutes of the match and went on to score a hat-trick. Chris Doolan also got 2 goals. Yassin Mohammed, who was one of the trialists, got a good goal from a corner and had a pretty solid game at a 7.6, but Stevie Lawless definitely deserved the man of the match. Of course, Stockport County got 1 goal. It was their only shot on target, and of course in FM, the team just has to put the ball near on target and it'll go in no matter who's in goals. Final pre-season friendly was another bitterly disappointing defeat. Lincoln City had 4 shots on target and resulted in 3 goals. 2 needless penalties given away by Yassin Mohammed, who was a trialist. I was waiting until the trial ended to sign him up. However, before this game, Falkirk came in for a bid with him, and since he did so well in the Stockport County, I thought we'll offer him a contract, and he repaid me by giving away a penalty, and I believe he was at fault for Tyrell Waite's goal as well. Dan Seaborn also gave away the third goal, the second penalty of the match. You can see I got very sick at the 36th minute, being 2-0 down, and decided to change things at the back. And this kind of brings us on to the Celtic match, and I will show you the transfers. We did have a lot of trialists at the club, and we signed up 2 of them. Gary Miller was our first signing of the season. Thistle signed him in real life to replace Stephen O'Donnell, and that is why I've probably signed him. Stephen O'Donnell is leaving. He will not accept a new contract. He goes at the end of the season for no money at all. And so we brought in Gary Miller. He is a pretty solid right back. 14 tackling, nice off the ball positioning, decent work rate. Determination's a bit on the low side actually, but for 25 grand I thought he was a pretty good bargain. A decent Premiership quality player, already worth nearly double what we paid him. Dino Halovic, who is the younger brother of Alan Halovic. He of course is the Barcelona wonder kid. Where is it? There he is. Alan Halovic there. And 1.6 million they paid for him. But I believe Dino was also at Barcelona, and yeah, they paid 300 grand for him. So hopefully he can develop into a good player. My staff seem to think he has got brilliant potential, and I think he can do really well in the Scottish Premiership. Final signing is Yassin Mohammed. I felt that we needed another backup in the defensive position. He can also play left back, which I felt we were a bit light on as well. He's got some nice attributes, 13 tackling, decent determination, so he should develop well, and he's got bags of potential according to my staff as well, although Scott Patterson hasn't got the best judging ability. Judging potential, it's a bit lower, but still pretty decent. Going out was Jordan McMillan. We transfer listed him and we got 150,000 for him, which I was pretty pleased about. Normally in Football Manager, of course, if you transfer a list a player, you won't even get their value, but Dundee United were desperate for him when we pushed them for 150,000. Dale Keane has gone out on loan to Stranraer, which oddly enough is where he's ended up in real life now. And James Martin has also gone out on loan now to the squads. Unfortunately, Abdul Osman picked up a really nasty injury, damaged Achilles tendons. He'll be out for 2 to 3 months, which is pretty devastating because I was really hoping to utilise him in that defensive midfield role. He probably would have played today. This is the tactic I'm going for, with Stevenson playing in an attacking midfield, but if Abdul Osman was fit, we probably would have swapped him in there for Stevenson, just to give us a bit more at the back in midfield, so we don't get pummeled by Celtic. This is the tactic. We're going for counter, flexible, and here we are here. More direct passing, pass into space, work into the box, play out of defence, look for the overlap, play out wider, push up higher, prevent short goalkeeping distribution, use the offside trap, close down more and a higher tempo. So really we're looking to play a fast, direct, attacking and counter-pressing match. That is the aim, because normally when I see someone do a YouTube save, they almost always have retained possession and shorter passing on, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's probably what I would use most of the time as well when I'm not trying to make a Football Manager series on YouTube, but I just want to try and go for something a bit different. So we've got a goalkeeper on defend, the right backs, the full backs rather, are on attack, central defenders defend, a deep line playmaker on defend, a roaming playmaker, 2 inside forwards on attack and a shadow striker on attack. And actually we're going to change Chris Doolan to a false 9. So Stevenson will really be the attacking threat and Doolan will be the false 9, trying to create space for him. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Anything else? Staff. I've got a lot of staff in now. We got rid of the old head of youth development, sadly Jerry Britton, even though the King of Spain is such a legend. He was not the best at being the head of youth development. 15 and a 16, so I had to let him go, but I'm sure Jerry will be alright because he is actually a lawyer as well. He's got a lot. He actually works for a law firm, I'm sure. I can't remember what type of law he practices, right enough. Brought in a second fitness coach. It's Per Lundstrom, 63, Swedish. I don't know why I tell his age, because that has absolutely nothing to do with that. There's no purpose when you're hiring staff. I guess it does mean he'll retire maybe in 5 years or so. He was a youth fitness coach in Sweden, so I'm pretty pleased with him. He's also not on a lot of money. Fitness coach as well, Simon Dahl. It's not related to Roald Dahl. Why would it tell me under personal information anyway? We signed him from Dagenham Redbridge. Yeah, we signed him for, I paid like 10 grand for him. Arthur Albertson, former Scotland international and Man United coach, and as you can see, he was at the start of that sort of Fergie era where Manchester United were a bit rubbish, but not so rubbish that Ferguson got sacked, which he nearly did at one point. Thankfully, for Manchester United's sake, they didn't. We signed a youth physio, Marty Royal. He's pretty good. 20 physiotherapy. He's probably better than Marcin Strozak. Yeah, I might hire a second physio. And Paul Montgomery, he is our chief scout, with Charlie Palmer, who's probably the best Scottish scout you can get on a free. Sylvian Wiltord. He's not the best at judging a potential and ability, but it's his knowledge of France that's really key. We really, with scouts, I'm trying to build up a knowledge of the world, not necessarily needing the best scouts. Jean Zermes, German scout, former international, played for Bayern Munich, and he's actually got some nice stats. Patrick Anderson, he can sometimes have brilliant judging ability in this game. Sometimes I've seen him as high as 12 and 14, but in this time it's loaded up. It's given him 7 and 12, which is a bit disappointing actually. So that is the staff. Here's the league. First game of the season. We are going to play Morton in the Scottish League Cup, interestingly enough. So Celtic today, and maybe the next match we might look at in the next live com or next episode, we might look at the St Mirren game. So let's get to it. Just a quick pick, just to make sure no one who's injured or ineligible is playing. So just have a look. Yeah, that seems. I'm quite happy to go with that, to be honest. Although I would maybe swap them around. And Gary Fraser, he is set to shoot from distance. So we're going for Scott Fox, Stephen O'Donnell, Conrad Ballatoni, Dan Seaborn, Callum Booth at left back, Stuart Bannigan and Gary Fraser in the midfield, Christy Elliott on the right wing, Ryan Stevenson as the shadow striker, Stevie Lawless, who I think will be our key player this season really, and Chris Doolan up front, Callum Higginbottom on the bench, Sean Welsh, Gary Miller, Lyle Taylor, James Craig, Frederick France and Paul Gallagher as the substitute goalkeeper. So let's go to the match. And this is how my scout thinks Celtic will line up with. I think they'll probably go a lot more attacking actually. Let's see if I'm right. Yes, progress to match. And we are definitely not the favourite. Celtic have enough about them to see off the threat of Partick Thistle. Partick Thistle's task will not be made any easier without Abdul Osman really. I think he would have started this match in the defensive midfield position. I picked the team that gives us the best chance of winning. To be honest, it doesn't mean anything because they've got so much quality in their team. And yes, I was right. They've gone for practically a 4-2-4, or a 4-4-2 with wingers. So very attacking. We are also quite attacking with three attacking midfielders. And Doolan up front as well, so let's hope it doesn't backfire and we get pummeled. Hang on, who is... He's got better tactical knowledge. Yeah, we'll go with what Arthur Arvidsson says. Huge underdogs. Let's try and get some more green out there. I think there's a lot more to come from you. I think there's more to come from you. And yeah, you too. Hey, Stricker normally doesn't do anything. So, and we kick off. Dan Seaborn at the back lumps it up the pitch, which is a bit pointless. That is not what I want to see. That is not what direct passing means, especially when I have play out of defence. Stephen O'Donnell with a throw in. Izagiri knocks it back to him. Gary Fraser, shoot! Oh! It's a good save by Craig Gordon. That is what Gary Fraser does. He scalps the ball. And normally it does go in, actually. Bannigan out to Fraser. Shoot! Lawless. Shoot! Somebody just shoot! Oh, it's a goal! 3 minutes in, Partick Thistle take the lead against Celtic at Parkhead. And Bannigan picks up a yellow card. It's quite disappointing because he is the defensive partner in the midfield. Guidetti, oh! Fox doesn't really have to worry too much if they keep going wide. 8 minutes in, hang on, this should also... Sorry, I haven't set this. It should also be set to key, otherwise we'll be here all day. Sorry, I should have set that up. Ryan Stevenson's picked up a knock. 20 minutes in, Partick Thistle leads Celtic. Why am I being shown what the Celtic team is like over there? I have no idea. I dislike it when it starts doing stuff like that. I don't know why I'm fiddling about with this. It was fine at the start. Oh, for God's sake. Right, let's get back to it. Half an hour in, yes, we should mark Guidetti. Booth, can he get a ball in? Fraser. Lawless, out to Booth, swing Doolan in. Doolan, it's a goal! Chris Doolan, it's 2-0. And we get to see the replay. Sadly, it will be in 2D. I can't help it. You probably wouldn't even see anything, but it's a marvellous goal. What is the defender doing? If that was my defence, I would be pretty upset with that. He was left standing, Doolan nods it in, and it's coming up to half time. Booth. Oh, need to mop it up. Close him. That's it. Oh, you need to close him again. Go on, press. That's it, Seaborn. Oh, can we just hold on to half time? Oh no! Stuart Bannigan's been sent off. That is not what I needed. That is really not what I needed. Right, Stevenson's already a bit tired. Oh, God. Right, we're going to go for James Cragen in midfield. But yeah, I don't think James Cragen is the best at tackling. I love him tackling, it's not terrible. Fraser, is he any better? 12? Yep, Gary Fraser's going to have to go into that role. And James Cragen can obviously not play the rolling playmaker so well. Let's go for a central midfielder on support. Right. That red card really has left us in the dark a bit. But we're 2-0 up again at Parkhead. But the second half, I'm sure they'll come out and they'll try and pummel us. The key will be not to let an early goal in, oh, I don't normally say don't get complacent because it can provoke a bad reaction sometimes. I hope Dan Seaborn gets his fitness up. 74%, that is alright. So Celtic begin the second half. Matthews. And that leads to nothing. We're currently second in the league. Not that it really matters, considering it's the first day. But Dundee also beating Kilmarnock 2-0. And it's going to Celtic. Oh, God. That is not the start we wanted to the second half. A poor, very poor. Why is he completely unmarked on the edge? Not even on the edge of the area. He's on the penalty spot. That is very disappointing. We need to keep the ball. I am actually going to... Oh, please no. Oh. 2 each. And our lead has just collapsed. Close down less and I guess drop deeper. This is just not what I wanted at all. I think we'll bring off Seaborn for Franz. Oh. And let's just hope we can... I would take the draw. I mean, if you said to me before the match, you can draw 2-2 with Celtic, I would obviously have taken it. Oh God, not another set piece! That is just woeful. That's just shockingly bad. We definitely need to work on our set piece defending. That is just awful. That is one of the things I want Football Manager to change just in 2016. Just try and improve defending set pieces. Oh my God. 4-2. And we are now getting hammered. After such a brilliant start as well, with Chris Doolan and Gary Fraser getting the goals, but this is not how I hoped the second half would go. Let's bring on Higginbottom for Lawless. And hope we don't get any more red cards or injuries. I know Parkhead's a really tough place to go to. Oh, and of course, yes, we need to have an injury. And of course we have to have another injury. Well, we need to play without a striker then. Yeah, what am I meant to do here? I have no idea. I could be down to 9 men. just Football Manager, eh? We're being outnumbered in the midfield, really? Come on. Just there's so much space, and how? That is my fault. Taking off closing down less. That is not what we should do, but I was hoping to keep the shape a bit more. But there's just so much space. Look at him, no one near him. And he picks his place out, and Anthony Stokes scores. Oh, please, not a sixth. I couldn't handle that. And that's full time. Very disappointing, I have to say, after such a good start. Yeah, I'm going to tell him not happy. That was pretty damn awful. Yeah, he's one of our key players, but he'll be getting a talking to for that stupid early yellow card and getting sent off when we were 2-0 up. So that brings us to the end of the episode, I guess. It's pretty... I'm gutted now. 5-2 defeat. I don't think we deserved it that badly. They only had 12 shots. Well, they only had 12 shots, yeah. But I think the next game will come back to this is on in September and against St Mirren. I hope that we won't be sort of stuck down here. I can't imagine St Mirren doing much better. That's why I'm picking it. And I hope really that we can push for a top 6 place. That is where the board want me to finish, actually. Yeah, above mid-table. But I mean, we should be able to do it. The quality in the squad's there. But Celtic is a really tough team to play against. They are the best team in Scotland. Really, I mean, just look at that squad. I mean, even if they sent out some of their youth players will be better than my team. You know, just disappointing. Right, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, even though we got thumped. But I did enjoy the Gary Fraser goal. So take care, and I hope to see you next time when we take on St Mirren. Thanks for watching. Cheers.